Hi, welcome to my page. I'm Dylan Syed, creator of Syed Training Systems, and this is just going to be an overview of kind of what my system is and what I do. This is typically what a structure looks like per session. This does change based on need and what you've got going, but it usually follows mobility, our primary motion, a supporting motion for that primary, body weight work centered around that area, and a sub focus. I'm just going to quickly go over each step and kind of how this looks. So I always start off with mobility. So depending on what our primary motion is that day, the mobility is going to be centered around the joints and tendons that are most important to those areas. Now that we've ran through our mobility and we've gotten loose, we've been able to pinpoint maybe any nooks or crannies, little aches and pains that we may have had. We're going to move over to our primary motion, which is bench, squat, deadlift, clean, snatch, front squat, overhead press. That's 7. And what I always do, it's what I prefer to do. I love using pauses and slow eccentrics. A typical framework looks like a cycle through those 7 motions at 5-second pauses. When you'll restart, 3-second pauses. You'll restart, 1-second pauses, and then you'll go through one more time with no pause. After we complete our primary motions, we're going to move over to our supporting motions. So these things are to help us get better at our primaries or get us out of our sticking points or plateaus or spaces that we don't feel as strong. Here is where we address those issues. After we finish our supporting motions, we're going to move over to body weight work, and this typically looks like either circuits or more advanced variations. And this is to get us better body control. We want to be able to manipulate ourselves and our tendons and our muscles. Everything is going to be working better in unison when we have the ability to toss ourselves around. So before we finish our day out, we got to hit our sub focus. And these are areas that don't get as much attention normally. These can be corrective exercises if we're having problems. I love to use this for neck training, lower back focus, calves, forearms, or your grip if we're having issues there. This is to target things that you are lacking and maybe some things you're not lacking and you just haven't done them before. Maybe you haven't done carries before. Maybe there's kettlebell circuits you've never done before. This sub focus is where I address those. This is exposure to new things that you probably haven't done. And you'll find out why they're so important after a week or two. This structure is not meant to be rigid. I developed this over the last 10 years almost. And up until I still work multiple jobs, but between working multiple jobs and going to school, I had to develop something for myself that was flexible and allowed for random days off or different time frames. So this is meant to work around whatever it is you have. So whether you can train one day a week or you can only train for 30 minutes a day, I've